When you're Netflix, you know, and you've spent 3 million on your proteges, as it were, Meghan and Harry, you need to be sure that you're going to get a full return. Now, as we all know, Meghan and Harry are going to become executive producers of the novel turned into a streaming and perhaps cinematic movie, Meet Me at the Lake. But what's interesting here is that even Netflix are unsure now about Harry and Meghan's star power. And they need to know, as we told you the other day, whether they can star cast this, have cameos in there, or to try and drive the project forward with as many star names as possible. Now, Prince Harry may now have to open that very extensive, it used to be at least, black book, the book that had the names of presidents, pop stars, luminaries around the world. Seemingly, it's either got lost or people are taking a step back. Either way, Harry has a plan. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. How are you? Let's have a wave. Are you all right? Nice to have your company, whatever you're doing today. And as ever, as I often say, I know, look out for yourselves, look after yourselves, all that sort of stuff. Someone said, by the way, in the comments recently, Neil, is afternoon tea still a big thing over there in England? It is a big thing, but it's a costly thing, let me tell you. My advice would be, if you're coming over, not to go to the expensive hotels, because seriously, you can spend up to 60 to 150 pounds in some of the 5-star hotels. Better thing to do, buy yourself a packet of scones, a jar of jam, get a flask and sit on a bench in one of the wonderful royal parks and watch the world go by. Why sit in an expensive hotel to be served and told exactly what's in your jam? You know it already. A bit of a money-saving tip for you there. Back as ever to your breaking roll story of the day. Now, this story, as I say, is gaining a lot of traction because, as I've said, while Netflix have paid the 3 million for this novel, it belongs to them, not to Harry and Meghan. But what they're hoping for is a bit of a sprinkling of stardust. We told you the other day all about Prince Harry's pal, Nacho Vegas, well, possibly popping up now in some kind of role or indeed cameo. This would help sell the film in a particular area, without a doubt. It's one of those stunted ideas that a lot of filmmakers do. They did it with the Spice Girls, the movie, you know, everywhere you turned there was some kind of cameo. But one of the big things that they're looking at, and it's a thing that, of course, the James Bond franchise do incredibly well, is to have the theme tune. That's always a big thing in the James Bond world. And with this particular production, they're looking at a more earthreal effect. So much so that we can tell you Prince Harry looks set to be reaching out to some of his more musical pals, including a one-time girlfriend, allegedly, Ellie Goulding. Not only that, another close friend, Ed Sheeran. But if all that fails, they could also turn to a lady who's already been invited to appear at their Invictus Games in Germany to sing on that vast stage, Rita Ora. Now, Rita could do with something of a kickstart because her latest album hasn't really done or performed as well as everybody had expected. But more importantly for Harry and Meghan, they do need a big name to provide the music. Now, as ever, it will fall to Prince Harry. What connections would Meghan have? But for now, those 3 names in the frame are vital. They could help sell songs or indeed the movie around the world. And it's something that Prince Harry is simply all too aware of. But who will be the lucky person to provide the theme tune to Meet Me at the Lake? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.